Indiana Pacers versus Washington Wizards. The lights come up in Washington with two teams headed in opposite emotional directions. Indiana enters at 15-40, fifth in the Central Division, trying to steady a season that has tested its depth and resilience. Washington stands 14-39 near the bottom of the Southeast Division, searching for traction and consistency on its home floor. Indiana holds a 69% win probability coming in, and the season series already leans toward the Pacers after a 119-86 win and a tight 108-89 setback. This isn't just another February game. It's a chance for one team to reclaim control and for the other to prove its flashes of progress are real. Indiana averages 111.1 points per game while allowing 118.6. Washington scores slightly more at 112.2, but gives up 123.1, one of the league's heavier defensive burdens. The numbers reveal the story. Both teams can score, but defensive stability remains elusive. Indiana shoots 45% from the field, 36.9% from three, and 68% at the line. Washington counters with 46% overall, 39.3% from deep, and 80.4% at the stripe. The Wizards are the more accurate perimeter and free throw team, a key late-game edge. On the glass, Washington holds a slim advantage, 43.5 rebounds to Indiana's 42.7. The Pacers move the ball slightly better, averaging 26.1 assists to Washington's 25.2. Defensively, the Wizards generate 7.8 steals and 6.0 blocks per game, compared to Indiana's 7.4 steals and 4.8 blocks, a stronger rim protection presence for Washington. Pascal Siakam drives Indiana's offense with 23.7 points and 6.7 rebounds per game, shooting 48% from the field and nearly 37% from three. Andrew Nembhard adds 17.4 points and 7.5 assists, steadying the offense with 44% shooting and 36% from deep. T.J. McConnell contributes 9.6 points and 4.8 assists, and the Pacers rely on balanced creation more than explosive isolation. Washington is led by C.J. McCollum at 18.8 points per game on 45% shooting and 39% from three. Alex Sarr anchors the interior with 17.2 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 2.0 blocks, providing two-way impact. Keshawn George adds 15.1 points and 4.8 assists, stretching the floor at 37.7% from beyond the arc. The defining theme, Indiana's ball movement and primary scoring punch against Washington's perimeter efficiency and rim protection. Recent form sharpens the tension. Indiana has dropped 4 of its last 5, including losses to Toronto, Milwaukee, and Utah, though it did edge Brooklyn 115-110 and pushed New York to overtime in a narrow defeat. The defense has surrendered 122 or more in 3 of those losses, a red flag against a capable shooting team. Washington, meanwhile, has lost 4 of 5 as well. A 126-117 win over Detroit offered hope, but defeats to Cleveland, Miami, Brooklyn, and New York exposed defensive gaps. The Wizards allowed 132 to Miami and 127 to Brooklyn, a troubling trend against ball-moving offenses. The game within the game centers on Siakam versus McCollum. Siakam operates with physical balance and mid-range control, attacking mismatches and finishing efficiently. McCollum thrives on rhythm, spacing, and perimeter confidence, shooting nearly 40% from 3 and 80% from the line. Inside, Sarr's 2.0 blocks per game challenge Indiana's interior scoring. If he controls the paint and finishes efficiently, he shoots nearly 50% from the field. Washington's defense transforms. But if Siakam pulls him into space and Nembhard penetrates off the dribble, Indiana dictates tempo. Tactically, this matchup hinges on pace and turnovers. Indiana averages 13.5 turnovers per game, Washington 15.2. If the Pacers protect the ball and maintain their assist flow, they can exploit Washington's defensive lapses. The Wizards must leverage their three-point accuracy and free throw efficiency, especially late. Rebounding will be tight. Transition points could tilt momentum. Indiana's depth in playmaking contrasts with Washington's shot-making volatility. The X factor, three-point rhythm. If Washington converts above its season 39% mark, it forces Indiana into a shootout. If not, the Pacers' offensive balance wins out. Expect a competitive first half with perimeter exchanges setting the tone, but Indiana's primary scoring option and steadier assist-to-turnover profile provide the late edge. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Indiana Pacers winner. Indiana's ball movement and Siakam's efficiency ultimately outlast Washington's streak shooting. In a matchup defined by offensive rhythm versus defensive resistance, discipline tips the scale, and the Pacers leave the Capitol with control. My second pick for this match is total over 232.5,